Yes, yes. That for my I am going to send it. Good afternoon. Shall I start the class?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today I will be teaching you the subroutine. Okay. Maybe next week again on class for file handling I will take. Okay. Because I need to modify that slide. So next week I will take that one. Today I'm starting the subroutine. Okay. That is literally module. Achha. Whoever want to record, they can record. I think I do not have a recording option. Okay, let me start. But today number of attendance is very less. I don't know why. 72 only. Okay. So what is subroutine? And what is the significance of subroutine in Perl programming? This is basically, you can say program. It's a big program. So program inside a program actually. Okay. This is subroutine is important for when you are going to write a very long, big program, you can say. Okay, or you can say the complex program. So it is important to use the subroutine. Say you want to manipulate or calculate many things within one program. Like you want to, you have one to DNS sequence. You want to calculate its input times. You want to translated DNA to protein, and for the protein sequences, you want to calculate its residue number. Okay, so within one program, you want to do all these things. So it is better to write subroutine. Okay, better to use subroutine. Okay, so how do you create? So you need to create a subroutine. Okay, so this word is very important. This is using this word only you can okay. So you need this word, okay, for creating the subroutine. So any times when once you create the subroutine, you can place it in different places. Like you can keep it at the beginning, or you can keep it at the end, and many times you can call that subroutine. Okay. So basic structure of the subroutine is this one. We have to start with this one. This is like a called building function. So then followed by one subroutine name. Okay, this is the define. This is followed by the subroutine name. Then whatever you want here. Okay, so you can add many statement here. So this is sub followed by subroutine name. Okay, this is the general structure of subroutine. Okay. Now I have one example. Clearly understand. Okay, let us consider we have one DNA sequence and you know how to calculate DNA to RNA that we have already learned. But using the subroutine, we'll use the subroutine here. Okay. Say let us we have DNA sequence. This is our DNA sequence, and we are keeping in one scalar variable. Hmm? Now we go to here. This part. Okay. Okay. This is another. These are the common line. Okay. So basically here, okay, this next line. Forget about this two. This I describe. I want this one. Okay. So now, first thing, so we have one DNA sequence. Now we are going to create one DNA sequence. Okay. So that's we are creating one. Sorry, we are going to create one subroutine. Okay. So this is we are using the sub function, and this is my subroutine name. Okay. So see here the second line. This is the first line. This is the second line. See the second line. What we are doing. So we are taking the result from the subroutine. Using the subroutine name. This is my subroutine name. We are using the subroutine name. We are calling the subroutine. Okay, and while it is there, we are sending the input inside the subroutine. So this is basically our input, no? So you want to use this input to calculate its RNA, calculate the RNA sequence. Okay, DNA to RNA. We want to convert DNA to RNA. So our input is the DNA sequence. So this is my subroutine name. This is our subroutine name. Okay. So this is second line. This is second line of the program. So you have to see this. What is this? This is the subroutine name. Then we will move to here. Okay. So now what I am doing here. This is the sub. How do we create? We are going to learn how to create a subroutine. Sub, the one built-in function. Then followed by the subroutine name. Then okay, two things are important there. One is this subword, then the subroutine name. Then this is one variable that is basically taking the argument from the main body. This is my main body actually. Okay. So here we are calling the subroutine. Okay. So this is basically whatever input you are giving. So this called special variable is taking that input inside the subroutine. Okay, you have to call the subroutine using the subroutine name, and this is basically this Perl variable. This is taking the input from here. Okay, so that I will explain what is the importance of giving my with and without my. That is basically the variable scoping. That is also today we are going to learn that one also. So this is the second line. Then we already know that this is we know. Okay. So we are assigning DNA to RNA. Okay. But I get mine. Okay. Now that as usual you are converting substituting T by U, then you are returning this RNA to the main program. This is basically this is the program. Okay, this is your program, and from here you are calling the subroutine. Okay, so you have created one subroutine, and from main program you are calling the subroutine. Okay. So see, did you understand? See, what this is my input. I want to make it to calculate DNA to RNA. This is the goal of the program using a subroutine. Okay, so this is input. Then this result, whatever you are getting, this result actually storing this. The dollar result, okay, that one will take this RNA. Okay, so here this meaning of the second line is that you are from here, you are calling the using the subroutine name, you are calling the this subroutine. Okay, this input you are sending. Okay, this input you are sending. So this second line, this DNA to RNA, when you are writing, it will go to here. Okay, it will go to here. Okay, so then here you have created one subroutine, sub, that followed by the subroutine name, and using this called special variable, you are sending the argument from main program to the arguments is your input. Okay, and you can say the argument or the parameter that is your basically the input that you want to send from your main program to in subroutine. Okay, so this DNA, my dollar DNA, storing this input. Okay, and then your DNA, your this RNA basically is storing your DNA sequence. Then you are making this using the case operator. You are you are substituting T by in. Okay, so returning means it will go to here. Okay, if you do not give the return option, automatically it will go there. Okay, but always you should give the return one. You return this one, it will go here. Again, it will go here. Okay, so this result will hold your RNA sequence. Okay, then next line is the print one. Okay, so this is basically you are using the subroutine name. Is it clear? Any difficulty in understanding? Is the new concept? I think that Perl you have na function calling. Sorry, C programming language you have. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today any problem? Only 38 students join. Anything? Any program? Any festival is there? Or the due to the bad weather? Do you have any idea?
Ma'am?
Today attendance is very less. That's why.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything? Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think it's Guru Nanak Jayanti, so many of them thought it's a holiday.
Okay, okay. Okay. No. And today, did you call me, Pooja, or send me any message?
No, ma'am, I did not call you today, ma'am.
Okay, no, because I forgot to bring my mobile. I'm not carrying my mobile. Okay, so is it clear? Need to explain again. Is it fine or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Today Arnab join? Okay, again I have to repeat this. Okay. Okay, so this is basically two things is important. So for passing the arguments means when you are sending the arguments in the subroutine. Okay, this one. And the name of, for this particular program, the name of the subroutine is DNA to RNA. Okay. And this variable restricted to the scope of the subroutine means that I will explain. Okay. Here, when you are using my, okay, that is basically the function of this variable will be restricted here. Okay. So this DNA, okay, I'll explain what is the importance of using mine. Okay. Better first you understand what is subroutine, then we will explain. See, you are sending key input. Okay, here in our case, in this particular example, our input is this one. Our argument is this one, or our parameter is this one. Sorry, this one. Okay, this one. The DNA sequence. So this This variable is taking that input. Okay. So say you in one program itself you want to send DNA, protein, you can write this. It is not compulsory, but you can write this way also. So you are sending means from here, this will hold all the inputs. Okay. But separately, like $DNA will take DNA automatically. Okay. That protein will take the protein and or some other means first, second, third, some other argument is there, or some other input is there, so it will take this one. Okay. Either this way, if you have to, you can write this way, or simply you can write this way. So I have used the same program to try to understand what is the meaning of scoping here, variable scoping. Okay. So, okay. So see here. So what is the meaning of scoping, variable scoping? It is basically if you use the my here and you do not use the my here, what will happen? Okay. So if you use my here, the variable that will be restricted in this part only, in this block only. Okay. So and you do not use, that will change the global variable also. Okay. Like see this example. Here my DNA sequence is this one. So we have one scalar variable. Okay. So this is the DNA sequence for a nucleotide. Okay. So now try to understand what is this one. This is basically I have given the subroutine name. Okay, followed by one input. Okay, this is my input. Okay. This will come later. Once you call the subroutine using the subroutine name, it will go here. Okay, and it will return here, this will here actually. Okay, so this will A to T, this is we are calling the subroutine. Okay, so already we have created one subroutine. Even you can place this subroutine here. That's why I said at the beginning, you can place a subroutine at the end or at the beginning of the main program, whatever you want. Okay. It is good practice if you keep end of the program. But it will change, you don't change the result if you keep at the beginning of the program. So now you see, I have used my here. Same with this one. Okay. So now see what it is doing, my input. Okay, so this is one variable, it is taking your input using this variable. And now this input, see this is one DNA sequence, this DNA sequence. Okay, this is you are assigning that DNA sequence to a $DNA. Okay, and then this $DNA is what it is doing, that is just replacing A by T globally, okay, and returning the DNA sequence. So then that result is holding this $DNA. Now you are printing this one. I'll change all the A's in DNA. So this is one variable, two A's and got the result. Okay. Can you tell me what you will get here? So I need to explain again. You have one input, okay, $scalar DNA, the next line you are calling A to T. Okay, this is basically one. This is the subroutine name, so it will go here. Okay, and here your input is this one. You are sending the input inside the subroutine, and then here that you are making DNA to RNA and returning that RNA. Okay, and you want to print that one. Okay. So I change all the A's. You want to print this way. I change all the A's in $DNA to T's and one this one. So what will be your answer? What will be your output here?
Ma'am, T. Four T's.
This two is there. DNA is also there.
Yes, so I changed all the A's in A to T's and got T.
Okay. This you are telling you get DNA. So DNA is basically you have written inside the double quote. So you get what you say A, no? So this for this result you will get okay. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
You will get no. Shall I run the program? You want to see that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, this is my program. Same, no? This is my program. Fine. Shall I run this program? Name is okay. So I got this one. Able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Anu, you are not correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, ma'am. So the DNA value will change completely after that,
Ah,
ma'am. Because in here we are. Oh, okay, ma'am. Because is it because we are calling the subroutine first and then we are printing that one?
because
So
of
it's completely.
I want to explain the variable scoping. Okay, so if you use mine, if you do not use mine, what is going to happen? Okay, mine means it will this one it will be the variable actually. That is actually variable scoping. So that one will be the, the function of that one will be applicable to only block. Hmm. That local, this is see hiding variable and making them local. That is the meaning of this variable scoping to only a restricted block, means inside the block only. Okay. So this DNA and this DNA, if you use the my here, it will different. Okay. But now let me explain this one. So here dollar DNA, I didn't use my. Okay. So this DNA variable. Okay, and this DNA, this is your input, no? This my dollar input, it is taking this one. So this is basically you are getting A. No, now you have one DNA, dollar DNA. That input, this dollar DNA is holding now. Let me not this way I will not explain. So this input you are transferring to this one to dollar DNA and you are changing this AT. Okay, this is basically it is what is that? T. Okay, now you are returning this one. So now see the dollar same dollar DNA. No, I change all the A's into DNA. Okay, so this dollar DNA will be T T T T. We have changed here. Is it clear? No, not clear.
Ma'am,
This is clear. Why this is both the time? This is T T.
ma'am, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, or no?
Yes, ma'am. In subroutine, if we if we assign the input to another variable like DNA1, then how will it not be printed? Like if we say DNA1 equal to input, and then we assign that, then
When you have
we just change it.
why it is better to give mine, no? Like you have very lengthy program. Okay. Say, see this, we have say three, four program. Sorry, three, four page program, very big program. Okay. So then you do not have to remember what variable you have used. If you if you use mine. Okay. So the mine, whenever you are using mine, that one will be restricted only inside the blocks. So then in this mine and this, if you use mine here, that this one and this DNA is different. Okay. So you do not have to bother about whatever the name in the main program. Okay. So that is the advantage. Okay. Did you follow me? Means, is it clear? If you
Okay,
do
ma'am.
not
Got
use
it. Yeah.
same variable name I am using. Okay. But the program is very big. So that time, say first when you declare some variable name, so you do not remember that one. So if you use mine, you do not have to bother. Okay. So this, if you once you write mine, okay. So this one will be restricted here only. So that one, as soon as you are using mine, this one and this one is different. Okay. So that's why this is basically the variable scoping. Okay, I changed all the S and DT to this because you didn't use mine. Now come to the next one. Okay, so just see I have used mine here. Huh? Now let me run same program, I have used mine here. Let me run this program. So you see, you will understand the difference. This one. Okay, use mine here. Huh? Okay, now let me run this one. See that the result. See this result. You want to see me? Did you understand? Now, what is the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you will get here. This is you will get this. Okay. Okay. So, did you understand how to create subroutine? What is the importance of this one? What is the importance of using this word sub only? You have to create the subroutine. Always this should be followed by subroutine name. Okay. This is basically your program. This is your program, main program, and from here you are calling the subroutine using the name. Okay. This is you can if you give something like it's the name. Anything I have. Okay. So now you see what is the meaning of return one. So you can return. Today I do not have, for example, this is array, we use only the scalar. Subroutine can return scalar array, associative array, everything. Okay. Next class I will show you. Okay. So there is another rule. Okay, so you already learned stdin. Okay, so this program basically to calculate degree Celsius using a subroutine. Okay, this is your program. Okay, only few lines. Here we have created subroutine. Okay, now anyone can explain this one, this program? What we have done here? We want to change the degree to, this is I think this formula we have learned in class 8. You will remember class 8 or 9. 8 or 9 done. We change efficiencies to Fahrenheit. What's in a Fahrenheit to efficiencies? Okay. So you are entering, this is using STDA in your game. So you want enter degree Fahrenheit. So you are entering the Fahrenheit degree. Entering 90. 1990, and this standard input, using the standard input, this is 90 is your input, means whatever you will type, that is your input. Okay, so you have used the charm function. Then here what we have done, that we are calling one subroutine using this function, subroutine name. Okay, and here we have created one subroutine. Okay. Okay, here directly we are giving the without the sending this one, you can add one line here, like this part you can add. Okay, can you do this one or this one, whatever you want. Can you do right now? Have some more program. Can you do? You have time. Anything happen? No one is answering. Anirudh,
Ma'am?
are you doing?
Yes, ma'am.
You want that one? Okay, Monica is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see, this one you can write whatever you want, this one you can write. After 2:30, we will have class.
Yes, ma'am.
Class, middle is class.
Ma'am, Krishna sir will take.
Krishna was
And after that, we have Mohan sir class, ma'am.
okay. Krishna was absent today. I didn't see him in the meeting.
Ma'am, but he took our class in the morning.
Okay. Done. Anyone can present.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Almost.
Ma'am, ma'am, this is Subhash.
Finish.
Ma'am, could you please move to the next slide? That's Celsius.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
To add that one. Upward variable that one to send the argument from main program to subroutine. Because I didn't run this program. Anyone completed? Done?
Ma'am, doing, ma'am.
This is the main program. This is the you have created one subroutine. You can check placing the subroutine at the end and placing the subroutine at the beginning also. Done? Why you are taking this much time? Only five line. Or no? So today it is done or not? Any problem, Shubha, Sharnab, Pooja, who are there? Anirudh?
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting error, so I'm resolving the error actually.
You
That's why
want,
taking
you
time.
want to run the program?
Ma'am?
Anyone got the answer? Anirudh,
Yes, ma'am.
are you getting error?
Yes, ma'am. Doing, ma'am.
Shreya, Nishi is there, Arunov, Naranita, Pooja. Do you want to see this one? It's the problem of online class. You want to see the result from Anirudh? Arnav? What happened?
Ma'am,
Yes. Uh-huh.
ma'am, I could run it, but I'm not sure this is the right way.
Okay, you show me that one. Present. Okay, then I have to stop now. This is
Mm,
Can you just put the enter std John? Okay, अच्छा. Okay. अच्छा. Let me
mm,
1 minute, 1 minute. You don't run. Just go back to
okay,
the program.
okay.
Enter the different std John. This is series. Okay. The program is correct. Okay. You run now. I want
Wait,
this one. Okay, you can run.
ma'am, this is the after running, ma'am.
Calculator, can you calculate whether the same thing you are getting?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that I haven't checked.
You check and you just find out. See, this is the decimal, no, all this one. So just whether you can only two decimal. Okay, 42.22. This is you
Oh,
don't
okay, ma'am.
you can see what is the comment for this one. 42.22.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, the result is correct. I'll try to fix the decimal point.
Decimal point you just said. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
see that this Nalika's one that the inside the subroutine, the first line you need to add. This is you should add.